everyone, I'm Shantini G. Singamani. The other benefit of learning new language is we can meet new people. One of the most fundamental benefits of learning a new language is doors are open to you around the world. If you're learning in a group setting, you immediately have new friends to share your new language with. If not, then once you go somewhere and are actually able to employ what you have learned, you will be surprised how open people are when you speak their mother tongue. My second point is, by learning new languages, we can increase job opportunities. Being fluent in two or more languages open up the door a variety of job opportunities not available to monolingual job candidates. These opportunities exist in marketing, transportation, exploration, sales, retail, banking, education, law, communication, and public relations. Not surprisingly, most corporations need employees who are bilingual. As the world becomes more global, the demand for professionals who can communicate in multiple languages is growing. According to U.S. Department of Labor estimate, over the next decade, there will be 42% increase in demand for translators. Even if you don't want to become a full-time interpreter, just being able to communicate professionally in other languages is a huge asset. Moreover, the other benefit by learning new languages is we can enhance the ability to multitask. Multitasking is very stressful for those who are not used to it or don't do it well. According to a study from the Pennsylvania State University, people who are multilingual and professional at slipping from one language system to another are critics at this very demanding work for the brain. People who have developed the ability to think in different language and move from one to another become much better multitasker and reducing stress level. There are many benefits to learning a new language. Language are windows to different cultures, allowing us to connect with others from around the world. By learning a new language extend past just having a simple conversation or having access to different words, concepts, and metaphors. Language learning helps to improve people's thinking skill and memory abilities. Bilingual students concentrate better, ignoring distraction more effectively than those who only speak one language. Because the language center in the brain are so flexible, learning a second language can develop two areas of your mind and strengthen your brain's natural ability to focus. There is another study conducted in Sweden which helped visualize the benefit of learning new language on the brain. The research conducted the study on two groups of scholars on the study language and another that studied proportionally rigorous on non-linguistic subject. The MRI scan showed that the brain of the participants studying language increased in size while the brain size of the other group remained the same. Studies suggest the bilingualism improves the brain's executive function. It helps with ignoring distraction to stay focused, switching attention fully from one thing to another thing, and holding information in mind.
Traveling becomes more fun. International travel is a great way to widen your perspective and your experience about the diversity and the beauty of the world. As you can see, each country has its own distinctive tourist attraction that attracts us all. So, being able to speak the language of the country that you're visiting unlocks a much more deeper connection and understanding to that country and also to its culture as well. Putting our language skills into real life conversation can be challenging and yet rewarding as well. It's actually a fun thing to push yourself to the limit to try something new. Speaking the language allows us to experience a whole different way of life. As you can see, some government universities, or typically all universities in Malaysia, they are offering foreign language courses such as French, Germany, Spanish, Korean, Italian, Arabic, and so on and so forth. But all of these languages depends on each of the universities as well. Some university may even offer 4 different languages or maybe 5. So it all depends on the university. But my point being, by learning a new language, by learning foreign language, for example Japanese, Korean, we are able to speak the language easily. We can speak to the locals. Suppose if we're going to travel to Korea or Japan, by knowing the language, we can actually talk to the locals easily. We don't have to hire a tour guide or an interpreter to take us around the world. It's actually that simple. Traveling can be easy and cheap, and also we get to experience everything hands on without having to face any difficulty of any sort of communication. We should learn foreign language in order to get to know cross-cultural understanding. As you can see, a good communication is the key to get along with others. By learning a foreign language, it helps to be more beneficial for us, and also by learning the language it is easy for us to understand a cultural difference and also be able to see the culture in their own perspective, in their own way of how the culture stands out. As you can see, one of the example that I would like to talk about is that Japanese culture. As you can see, their culture dates back to thousands of years. You see, it dates back to thousands of years in all aspects such as music, performing arts, traditional clothing, and so on and so forth. They take pride in their culture and tradition. So by learning a foreign language, it helps us to understand and value their culture as well.
I'm Dhanashantini Ramu. Here I'm going to explain on how paramount the foreign languages to the travelers, especially while traveling, whereby it becomes more easier and cheaper. Well, why I'm say that so? Because by knowing the foreign languages tends to opens up the location destination possibilities. We may travel wherever we want by knowing the languages of the specific region that we travel. For instance, we want to have a vacation to the Paris maybe. Hence, people who knows French very well feels a way more easier than the others who don't know. This will help us to gain more immersive experiences and more new people as well, so that we feel more comfortable to travel through. Alright, now how the foreign languages make the traveling more cheaper? Of course, by transportations, right? We can use some simple navigation terms like turn right, how much it costs for, so on and so forth in foreign languages while using taxi or grab for example, so that we may limit it to expensive options by negotiating the cost which makes sense based on our budget or schedule. Therefore, we can save our money for other purposes. In addition, foreign languages may boost up the self confidence. As far as I'm concerned, confidence of a person probably should be high when new skill is mastered. So people who master in foreign languages will interact with others confidently. Meanwhile, they also tend to learn more from them compared to others who are timid. So it's a proof how foreign languages helps in terms of a person's inner strengths too.
Hello everyone. Learning a foreign language helps to improve memory. The more the brain is used, the better its function will. A new language requires not only familiarity with vocabularies and rules, but also being able to recall and apply this knowledge. Learning a language give your memory a good workout in the brain gym. This means that multilingual people have brains that are more exercised and quick to recall names, directions, facts, and figures. The people who learn foreign language are able to recall memories better than speakers of just one language. And those who had knowledge of multi-language worked both faster and more accurately. Then who spoke foreign language had a clear advantage in working memory. Their brain worked faster, pulling information and identifying problems in a more logical fashion. When your brain is put through its pace and forced to recall specific words in multi-language, it develops strengths in the area of responsible for storing information. Secondly, develop a better understanding of your own language. Exposing yourself to a fresh style of speech and language structure can help you gain a better understanding of your native language as well. Learning a foreign language can actually pull a sort of reverse psychology on you and provide you with a better understanding of your own native tongue and culture. This is one of the most unexpected advantages of learning a foreign language. You will be much more conscious of the grammar, vocabulary, conjunction, comprehension, sentence structure, and pronunciation pattern of your first language. This like explain the improvement in listening, reading, and writing skills that foreign language impart to former monolinguals.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuta Shanmugam. While learning a foreign language is important, one of the most beneficial of learning foreign language is it boosts academic achievement. Learning new language will support academic achievement. This is true for English-speaking students studying a foreign language as well as English language learners in bilingual and immersion programs. It also boosts academic outcomes at the college level. Being bilingual has also been shown to especially benefit low-income children in terms of their ability to direct and focus their attention when distractions were present. Another study found that kids whose families spoke a second language at home scored better on cognitive tests than those whose family only spoke one language. Next, studying a foreign language makes you more open-minded. Foreign language study is simply part of a very basic liberal education. To educate is to lead out of confinement and narrowness and darkness. Learning a foreign language and getting sucked into an entirely new culture and worldwide is the surest ways to become an open-minded, understanding, tolerant individual, and that is absolutely priceless. Once you are aware of that, we are all cultural beings, products of our own environments, and then you recognize that cultural base of your own attitudes and behavior, you are ready to consider others in a more favorable light. Seeing the world from a different perspective and understanding where you and others come from is a fantastic eye-opening experience. Besides that, learning foreign language will enhance decision making. According to a study from the University of Chicago, decision-making ability becomes an easier process for multilingual people. Aside from the rules and vocabulary that go with learning a foreign language, there are nuances and regional expressions that the students of language frequently judge for appropriateness and hidden meanings. Multilinguals are more confident in their decision decision-making choices as a result of practice, practice, and practice. Lastly, learning a new language makes you more conscious of the nuts and bolts of your own language. Terms such as vocabulary, grammar, conjunction, comprehension, idioms, and sentence structure become everyday phrases, whereas your own language more intuitively. Learning new language also makes you a better listener as you are used to having to interpret meaning and judge nuances.